Arthur could stop time. Not with a snap or a spell, just by thinking, hold. The world would freeze mid-stride, raindrops hanging like diamonds, birds stuck in amber mid-flight. People turned to wax statues with half-formed thoughts behind their eyes. He'd discovered the trick at 12, when a bully's fist paused an inch from his nose. Now, at 47, Arthur used his power for small things. Redirecting a falling ladder, swapping a cracked pacemaker battery during a surgeon's blink. Once, he pushed a child out of the path of a drunk driver, then unfroze the world to hear the driver scream at empty air. But last Tuesday, Arthur froze everything and found he wasn't alone. A woman stood on the other side of the street, moving. She wore a gray coat and held a clipboard. When she saw him, she smiled, not warmly, but like a teacher who'd caught a student cheating. "Arthur," she said, 211,418 uses. That's the tally. His blood went cold. "Who are you?" "The accountant." She clicked her pen. "Every time you stop the clock, you borrow a millisecond from someone else's future. A baby's first laugh, an old man's final sunrise. Tiny debts, but they add up." Arthur looked at the frozen faces around him. The baker mid-sneeze, a teenager laughing at her phone. "I've only saved people." "You've postponed them," the woman said. "That boy you pushed from the car? He was supposed to die. His daughter would have grown up to cure a cancer. Instead, she'll be born next year to different parents and become an accountant like me." She tapped her clipboard. "Balance sheets don't care about intentions." Arthur's hands shook. "So what now?" "Now you choose." She held out a stopwatch. "Keep your power and the debts keep compounding. In 50 years, the universe collapses into a single unpaid second." She paused. "Or you give it back. The frozen time releases. Everyone moves forward, including you. No more saves. No more edits." He thought of the people he'd helped. The child who never got hit. The old woman whose heart kept beating. All those borrowed milliseconds. "What happens to me?" he asked. "Without the power?" "You'll become human again, bruised, late, sorry." She shrugged. "Like everyone else." Arthur looked at his hands. The hands that had held back the tide. Then he looked at the frozen girl across the street, the one whose future laugh he'd been spending. He took the stopwatch. The woman smiled, genuinely this time. Good choice. The world lurched back into motion. Rain fell, birds flew, the baker sneezed, and Arthur, for the first time in 35 years, stumbled over his own feet and caught himself on a lamppost. Heart pounding, not with power, but with something he'd almost forgotten, being alive in real time.